Hi everyone, I'm Tiffany Bromativier, the new chair for the Board of Directors for Goodwill Northern New England. To tell you a little bit about myself, I reside in Lewiston, Maine with my husband and 3 boys. I'm a lifelong Mainer after maybe a little stint away for college and a job down in Texas for a couple of years. I am on the leadership team at Unum, and I have served on the board for Goodwill for the last 6 years. I'm really honored and excited to be stepping into this role at such an important time in our organization's history. Not only do we have a new leader, but we have a roadmap for growth, and we've mapped out how we want to expand our mission in the communities that we serve. And I'm excited to be a part of helping to bring that to life. I'm joining you all on a really important and exciting day, and that's our annual awards ceremony. It's an opportunity for us to recognize the extraordinary efforts that so many of you take each and every day in order to bring our mission to life in the communities that we serve. I do want to take a moment and introduce you all to our new leader, Trip Harrison. Trip comes to us from Goodwill of South Mississippi, where he's served as CEO since 2021. Not only does he bring an impressive combination of leadership skills and experiences, but he also brings a really approachable leadership style and a commitment to transparency that I think you all will enjoy and appreciate. Many of you have had the opportunity to meet him already, and those who haven't will do so soon. So with that, welcome, Trip.
Thanks, Tiffany. Hello, everybody. I'm Trip Harrison, your president and CEO. I'm so delighted to have joined this organization and be part of a team that has done some incredible work in our communities that we serve. I'm really excited about the show today and the awards and recognition that we're going to do for the wonderful people who have risen up and gone above and beyond, and as we celebrate and recognize them. And really looking forward to the impact that each of you will make in addition to these individuals that we're recognizing today. So with that, I'll be back a little bit later, but now I'll turn it over to Trendy.
My name is Trendy Stanchfield, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Mission Advancement. Our team, too, has been extremely busy over this last year. Our fundraising team raised nearly $500,000 through asking individuals, corporations, and foundations for support for our mission. Their work helps us fund program-specific needs and other pieces that fall within Goodwill's mission. Our communications team has been hard at work, and we hope you love it. They've been gathering stories for screens of your own teammates, of our teammates. They've been telling Goodwill's mission on Facebook, the website, and any other social media channel. They've been making signs, posters, all sorts of trainings on the fly. So we really hope you're looking at those screens in the back room, keep them on, and make sure that you're watching and seeing all the pieces that this team really works hard to produce. And finally, Barbara in our Partner Stability Fund. Man, this last year we have invested over $100,000 in external partners. Folks like Penquist and Crossroads and COTS and other agencies in Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont to make sure that they can provide their clients the stuff that they need. Their clients encounter anything from fleeing a domestic violence situation, winter gear because they're new to this territory, or perhaps even stuff for their very own first apartment. So thank you, because those funds really do come from all the hard work that you are involved in. So thank you, everybody, for all that you do. Our team will continue to be here to help in any way possible. You just let us know. As you know, we can't do this work alone. We really need partnerships in the community to make our work work. Every year, to honor those partnerships, we give the Spirit of Goodwill Award. This award honors an individual or a corporation who really does embody all that is goodwill, the sustainability of our planet and of our people. This year, I am thrilled to tell you that the winner for this year's Spirit of Goodwill Award is our very own Rich Kantz, who has dedicated over 20 years of his life of service to this organization. Let's hear from Rich about how much this tenure has meant to him.
Thank you so much, and I'm so honored to receive the 2023 Spirit of Goodwill Award. It means the world to me in such a perfect way as I wind down my time here as CEO to end my time at Goodwill Northern New England. Thank you so much, and I'm honored. It's been an incredible 20 years here at Goodwill, starting my time here way back in 2003. The organization has changed so much, not only in terms of our physical footprint and where our buildings are, but in terms of the work we do and the reach that we have in the community. It's been an incredible journey, and thank you so much for so many of you being a part of it all along the way. When I thought about my final time here, I reflected on a person I met along the way at a previous job. He worked at B&M Baked Beans, and every time I visited him quite a bit, when I left our meeting, he would give me a case of baked beans. I don't know if you like baked beans. I'm so-so on that, but I loved the gesture, the kindness that he would give me this gift every time I left our meeting together. So one day I said to him, Don, why are you giving these things to me every time we depart? And he said, well, I think about work in this way. If you do the numbers, if you run the math, we're going to spend more time together as colleagues and coworkers than many of you, or perhaps all of us, do with our loved ones, our families, our siblings, our parents, our children. And I think he's right. And his point to me was, if there's something we can do for each other every day, something as small or as large as a case of baked beans, or simply a kind word or showing appreciation, it makes our time together that much better. And it's truly valuable time because, again, in the end, we will likely spend more time together with each other as coworkers here at work than we will with other people in our lives. I was in my 20s then when I learned that lesson, and I've tried to believe that and live that here at Goodwill. And I share that story just as a moment of leadership and a moment of pause for myself as the years have gone by, to remember that we need to treat each other with respect, with kindness, with openness and fairness, because ultimately in the end, that's what makes work sustainable and enjoyable. And that's why we should be together around this concept of work. Thank you again for being a great friend and great teammates through the years. What I'm confident about is that the organization is strong and is prepared for the years ahead and all the demands that we will face. The community will need our services for the years and generations to come. And we are ready. We are ready to respond because we know that the demand for our services and all of the things that we do will outpace our ability to supply it. And that's okay, because through that comes innovation and ways for us to design solutions together to be the best community partner as we possibly can. Thanks again, and I wish you all the very, very best.
My name is Kasi Gameda. I'm the Senior Vice President of Retail Operations here at Goodwill North New England. This is definitely one of my favorite events here at Goodwill because we learn about all the great things that you're doing to serve people throughout our agency and our communities. And that's true as well for our retail teammates. Let's talk a little bit about some of the highlights for fiscal year 23 in retail. With regards to people, we were able to expand how we serve our communities by offering work opportunities to justice-involved women through a collaboration with the Windham, Maine Women Reentry Center. We also were able to reduce turnover in our employee population by 14%, thanks to the great work of our managers and teammates. Finally, we're able to increase wages for several positions throughout retail. With regards to financial health, fiscal year 23 was another great year for us. Sales and revenue increased, and we're able to make a higher contribution to our agency's financial health. When it comes to the environment, that was certainly another area where the teams did a great job. By investing in our pallets and sleeves, we were able to reduce the amount of waste that goes to the landfills in our communities. We also decrease the amount of miles that we drive and our transportation carbon footprint. Listen, fiscal year 23 was a great year all the way around. Congratulations. We also know that we had challenges. Our teammates certainly are dealing with the post-pandemic era and higher costs of living. We're committed to continue to work to make investments in wages, in benefits, and other ways we can support you all. Thank you for all you do every day. Congratulations again on a great year, and we look forward to doing our work together. Now I would like to introduce my teammate, Sherry Evans.
Thank you, Kasi. This is one of my favorite events. It really touches my heart to meet the people that we've had such an impact on in such a positive and powerful way. For me and the team I lead, our daily work is tied to the financial health of the organization. As a nonprofit social enterprise, our ability to deliver on our mission is dependent on our financial health and stability. We are taking steps to strengthen our financial standing so we can continue to invest in our infrastructure and services. We need to ensure our tools, programs, and processes are as healthy, inclusive, and effective as possible to provide the best support to our employees, participants, and community. We're currently conducting a comprehensive financial analysis of our programs, retail, and our administrative services. We need to understand their relationship to our mission and their impact on the community, the environment, and our financial health. From there, we'll create a multi-year plan that maintains our financial health while enabling Goodwill to respond proactively to community needs, address high-impact threats, and maximize our future service opportunities. That is a lot, but we're ready. Now I'd like to introduce my colleague, Kelly Osborne, our Senior Vice President of Client Services.
Thank you, Sherry, and I couldn't agree more. This is one of my favorite times of the year. We have so much to think about and talk about over the last year in client services. Despite challenges with staffing and other issues, this team has once again just knocked it out of the park. I think about using technology, and I think one thing that COVID really taught us, that technology can take us far. Whether we're talking about our career advisors out in the field providing services to individuals through Zoom or Teams, or we're thinking about our clinics, our neuro rehabilitation programs, providing new services like neurofeedback. It's super exciting. And as we move forward, we'll continue to look at what are other ways that we can really use technology to expand what we do and to serve more people who need our services. Also, as I think about the year, it is really amazing that all of our teams and workforce met all of their goals and outcomes. Despite some short staffing and some challenges in the way, they did what needed to be done. They served everyone that needed to be served under our youth, our adults, our dislocated workers. If we're talking about people with disabilities, we served over 1,300 people, helping them gain and maintain employment. And that's super exciting. What a great job from these teams. Also, our employee life navigators expanded this year. We were able to add to our team, ensuring that we have better coverage across our entire employee footprint. We have an employee life navigator now based in Vermont, and we also have one that's based up in the Bangor area, serving Ellsworth and the coastal areas of Belfast and Rockland. So having those employee life navigators that are able to meet with our employees, work with them on the life barriers that are getting in the way of employment is such a great tool for our employees, and we're so happy that we've been able to expand that team. I can't thank this team enough. The work you do every day makes a difference for the people we serve. There are people we serve who really don't believe they can work, or they don't believe they can take that next step after an accident. And because you're there to provide the services, to provide the supports, and quite honestly, just to say, yes, you can. These people are able to meet their goals and move forward and achieve happiness in their life. So I am so honored to be the Senior Vice President of Client Services at Goodwill Northern New England, and it's because of what my team does every day. Thank you so much for another amazing year. And now I'd like to introduce the next Client of the Year.
I'm Amber Huffsey. I'm a medical assistant here at Islands Community Medical Center on Vinyl Haven. I was in between jobs. We were making it work with the one family income, but I wanted to contribute to something. I really enjoy helping people. I took a CNA course through Region 8 in Rockland, and I got a grant from Workforce Solutions to be able to take the class. I paid for the commute where I live on Vinyl Haven, and Workforce Solutions paid for me to go to school. Workforce Solutions set me up with comfortable sneakers, a watch, a stethoscope, and blood pressure cuff. I'm pretty sure they paid for the very expensive book, and they paid for the class. I felt like I was ready, that everyone made sure everything was laid out and the kids were taken care of, so I could really focus on what I was learning.
I am Jessica Sanborn. I am the HR and Risk Management Director for the Islands Community Medical Services. Vinyl Haven is an extremely small town where our labor pool is very limited. And we really only have so many people that we can pull from that have an education that fits well with what we need here at the medical center. So when Amber came to us in January, it was the perfect pairing. We had a need and she filled it with exactly the educational background that we were looking for. We couldn't have asked for a better fit.
I got the grant and things have just gone up and up from here. Like, I didn't realize it would be taking off so fast. I'd never imagined working here, and now I'm getting trained in more things. Like, I really am contributing to the town of Vinyl Haven.
What an amazing story. You know, I remember visiting Vinyl Haven when I was growing up with my parents. It is a really special community. Hi, my name is Sandra Monfiletto, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Human Resources. We've had a busy year this year. One of the things that we've done is we rolled out our first employee engagement survey, the Trust Index survey. I want to thank everyone who took the time to take the survey and give us written comments to two questions that were asked on the survey. The first one is there anything unique or unusual about this company that makes it a great place to work? And question number 2, if you could change one thing about this company to make it a better place to work, what would it be? As a reminder, the ELT does not get the raw comments. They only get themed comments, and these themes help us interpret the results of the survey and give us indications of where we might do some action planning to make things better and to build on our strengths. Our Learning and Development Department has developed a new training for our DSPs called DSP Launchpad. They also completed a pilot for Management Foundations training with 31 of our managers participating. In addition, there have been over 7,000 hours of training that you all have completed this year. That's amazing. We look forward to continuing to develop more programs that will support you and your career here at Goodwill Northern New England. We continue to implement processes and programs that will drive an employee-first experience, including agency-wide harassment training and an HRIS operational focus that will help us do less manual process. We saw an increase in the applicants for each position that we're hiring for, and we continue to work with our managers to support them in increasing retention in the agency. We hired Kimberly Filona, who is a senior project manager, to help us navigate and drive large cross-functional projects. And our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, otherwise known as our DEI Committee, is working with an outside consultant, the Mars Hill Group, and will continue to bring more focus to understanding how to build a culture of belonging. It's been a full year. I am fortunate to be able to share with you the selection for Employee of the Year. Thank you to so many of you for submitting nominations to tell the stories and impact that your teammates have had on you, the organization, and our communities. The Board of Directors received 43 nominations from all across Goodwill, and they were moved and inspired by the stories that you told of your coworkers. This year, the board struggled to narrow the Employee of the Year to just one person, so they decided to select 2 employees for this award. Please enjoy these video presentations.
My name is Rick Mooney, and I nominated Honorine Najenga for Employee of the Year. Honorine has an amazing spirit and a natural ability for working with so many people of different nationalities and ethnic backgrounds. Her ability to care so deeply for the people she works with is a model of our citizenship behaviors. Honorine has been an instrumental participant in our English learning classes. Not only has she participated, but she has given her time to help other students by translating and guiding them through the learning process alongside their instructor. The program has been successful in large part by her ownership in making sure her teammates are attending, understand what is going on, and ensuring that we get the most of the time spent on this work. She truly has made it happen for the learners in this group. Honorine has also been a key player in our workplace inclusion. So often we miss opportunities to communicate, and Honorine willingly and happily bridges that gap for us. She is truly our eyes and ears when it comes to our diversity and inclusion. For me, it's something as simple as helping me say happy birthday to a non-English speaking associate. She is always instrumental in translating for our leadership team with day-to-day work solutions. Honorine's willingness to help and her patience are commendable. She brings an enormous amount of value to the Goodwill team. Honorine has a phenomenal attitude, and that shows in her work and in her relationships with her teammates. She is a trusted supervisor and mentor to many. She is the first to jump in and can help, and always is looking out for her team. She is my go-to person in central production, and I can always rely on Honorine to come through. I am very proud of the work Honorine does.
My name is Amy Faulkner, and I nominated Deb Reynolds for Goodwill's Employee of the Year. Deb is probably the most resilient person I have ever had the opportunity to work with. She amazes me regularly, and to this day, after working together for years on varying levels, I have no idea how she does what she does. Deb is a program manager. She manages 2 programs. Deb is deaf, her clients are deaf, and her staff is hearing. Most of them do not know American Sign Language. So how does she do it? I don't have the answer to that, but I wish I did. What I do know is that being a program manager is hard. And for Deb, it's twice as hard. I first met Deb many years ago when I was a program manager. She was new to Goodwill, and my supervisor asked me if I would work with her and help get her trained. Deb and I clicked right away. She was so interesting to conversate with, and she had a work ethic that is not as common as it once was. I could tell she was strong. She was a terrific self-advocate, also advocating for other members of her community. We quickly became friends. As I moved on to other positions within Goodwill, we no longer worked together in the same capacity, but we continued to reach out to each other to catch up. And I continue to be impressed by her work ethic, eagerness to learn, and overall self-advocacy. The communication barrier between Deb and her staff is not ideal. Prior to the nationwide staffing crisis, Deb had staff who were also deaf or fluent in sign language. Times have changed, creating this undesirable situation. But Deb has not once complained. When she needed to pivot, she did. When things got crazy, she worked harder. When she couldn't communicate with staff traditionally, she found other ways. She is even teaching them sign language. Her staff adore her. Regardless of the communication barrier, she has managed to create amazing relationships with her staff. Deb is unstoppable. She will work and work until the job is done, and she never gives up. Deb has this amazing energy about her. She is full of life and smiles through the hardest of days. She is someone you want to sit and chat with for hours. Deb has shown me a different perspective of what it means to be a leader. She has taught me far more about myself than she will likely ever know. I am honored to have the opportunity to be her peer, her supervisor, and her friend.
As we do every year, we want to honor those who we've lost over this last year. We feel it's important to make sure that we honor the staff and the clients who've meant so much to this Goodwill family. Please take a look.
And we just want to take pause to recognize those individuals we lost over the past year. And with that, this concludes the presentation of today's event, and we want to thank you for attending and joining. We want to again congratulate the winners of the awards, and also we want to take time in closing after this that we will have the nominees have a slideshow put together that you can check out some of the great work that some of your peers are doing out there in the field. So I look forward to seeing you out there. Take care, and thank you for all the hard work that each of you are doing every single day to make this a great community to live in. Thank you.